Talking Guitars and More, Episode 10. Oh man, here we are. Yes, we made it. Made it through the holidays. Happy anniversary. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Well, if it is your anniversary, happy anniversary. If, you know, you and your spouse. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well on this January 6th, Saturday evening, 2024. That feels so weird to say, but I think we say that every year, don't we? My gosh. Anyway, we have some special guests this evening. Actually, they're not special guests. They're part of the show. And let's bring them in. We got the man, Andrew Knox, ladies and gentlemen. There he is.
How y'all doing?
All the way from the Sunshine State.
And yeah. Joe is lying. I am special. You're all special.
That's right. He is special. He is the man. And we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Larry Riker is here, folks. There he is.
What's up, everybody? Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Man, this is so cool. And, wow, we got, the chat is moving already. This is very nice. Thank y'all for being here. It's very cool. Let me see if I can look at some of these comments really quick. Let's see. We got Mr. R3 Locking Nut. He said, woo, Happy New Year. I'm going to try to jump in after I pick up my daughter and wife from work. Awesome, man. Thank you, sir. Let's see if we can. We got Mr. Sean Stackhouse. Hey, man.
Sean.
Thank you. I saw his comment last night. He asked about where I got my backing tracks, and that's karaokeversion.com, which he knows that now. And thank you, Sean, for being here. He's got a comment as well. Let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can get my stuff going here. After watching your video on Godo Floyd's, I upgraded my Strat with one from a Floyd Rose special. Those cheap trees are horrible. Yeah, that's awesome, Sean. Thank you, man. I hope it worked out for you. Yeah, Andrew's done the same thing with on one of his guitars too, I believe. And
yep, I had the Wolfgang.
That's it, the Wolfgang special. Mr. Jeff Cornell, hey man, how are you?
Good, bro.
Oh man, Sean says he is trying to make his Strat look as close to a Richie Sambora signature model as possible. That's awesome. I've always thought those guitars were amazing. I always loved the fret markers, the stars. I always thought those were cool. Mr. Jimmy Biter in the house. Hey man.
Hey.
How are you doing, sir? Oh man,
I like that guitar.
Ryan from OU812 YouTube channel. Greetings and Happy New Year. Hey. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. Thank you for being here so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Everybody saying hey to everybody else.
You got somebody from across the pond, Joe.
I do.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Scott.
Daniel Scott. Hey man. He
What's
goes
up,
watching.
Man?
Oh man. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, man.
Very cool.
Thank you from the UK, he says. Fantastic. Thank you, my friend, for taking the time to tune in. I appreciate it very much, man. I just like to try to address the chat a little bit and thank the people for stopping in and spending some time here with us this evening, because we all know there's other things that you could be doing. So, thank you so much.
Not cooler things, but other things.
Yeah. Let's go around the board here. And Mr. Andrew Knox, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Can you tell us what you've been up to, my friend? How was your holidays and how are things going with you?
My holidays were actually quite calm. We stayed here in Florida.
Nice.
We have a trip up to South Carolina next weekend. It's my daughter's 18th birthday, so we just decided to postpone going until that. My parents came down the week before Christmas, so we got to see some people.
Nice.
But New Year's was low key. Everything was low key. It was nice.
That's good, man. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear everything went well. Fantastic. All right, let's move over to Mr. Larry Riker. There he is. Mr. Larry, how are you doing, sir? How was your holidays, man?
It's pretty quiet.
That's good. Isn't it funny how when we get older, that's really what we want? You know, like just kind of laid back, nothing going on, kind of quiet.
Yeah, I just wanted to, a couple of days off from work.
Yeah.
It was nice. Did a family, saw family, hung out with family.
That's what it's about, man.
Good stuff. And I'm doing a string change right here, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
If there's any questions?
Tech time, live with Larry Riker.
What's going on over there? Yeah, man, I was working. I was telling Andrew in the green room, I was working on I ordered a Fender player body. I did a video about it a couple of days ago, and the color is called Tide Pool, Tidepool. And when I saw that guitar, the loaded body, I said, man, because I had a couple extra necks laying around, so I said, I'd like to get that loaded body from the Stratosphere. I've never had an issue with them. I've ordered from them before, and so I went ahead and got that put together, and then last night I took out the bridge pickup, the stock bridge pickup, and put in a DiMarzio tone zone. I just got finished doing that literally right before we got on here. I was trying to finish all that up, and I finally got it done, so looking forward to jamming with that here in a little bit. I did swap the neck out. I did put the neck from the Fakie on that Fender player Strat, and I put the Mighty Mike neck on it because it has 22 frets, and I'm just real weird about that, but I don't know. That's just what I like.
So is Tide Pool metallic, or is it just?
No, it's not metallic. It's just I've never seen that color. I've never, and that was, I just happened to had got on there, I don't know, about a week ago. And if you ever want to look at the Stratosphere, their store is on eBay. If anybody's not familiar with what I'm talking about, it's a online store on eBay site, and it's called the Stratosphere. And they have loaded guitar, Fender Strat bodies. I've even found a loaded Charvel San Dimas body on there, and I had an extra Charvel neck, so I put it together, and it was fantastic. If you need anything like that, just get on the Stratosphere and check them out. And they're not asking me to say anything. I'm just saying this as a satisfied customer. Go ahead, Andrew. I'm sorry.
I've been on their email list for a little while, but I actually got an email from them today. They're stocking PRS bodies.
Really?
Like core model PRS bodies, and they're $3,000 or $4,000. And the neck's on it. It's just gutted. There's no electronics in it and stuff like that. So I guess you can get just about anything on there. Because that's
that's
interesting. $4,000 for a body.
That's interesting. I had I want to say Jimmy Biter. I want to say that's if I'm wrong about this, Jimmy, I apologize. I think he said he ordered from the Stratosphere a few times with some necks, some EVH necks, and it just didn't work out for him. There was he would have it, return it, they'd send him another one, and there was an issue with it. He had to return that, so I hated to hear that. But I know you'll have that from time to time with certain things. But hopefully, it got straightened out. I hope, and he can, order something else maybe that might come in handy for him. But so far with my luck, I haven't had no problems. So, but so Andrew, you got a couple of new additions, man. I remember that we were talking about that, and
I do.
Because of Andrew, one guitar he's got is what inspired me to get one. So I'll turn it over to you, Andrew. You can take it away, man.
Well, the first one that we will talk about is the Fakie.
Here we go.
And it was also at AliExpress. Me and Joe actually got ours from the same seller.
That's right.
I didn't upgrade as much as Joe did, but I didn't go into it on an upgrade. I knew there were some things I would have to upgrade just by looking at pictures and stuff like that, like the trim. And I just wanted something basically that you can hang on the wall and look at. But I mean, it just far surpassed my expectations. Like, this is a good playable guitar. It's resonant, just like Joe's. The pickup's hot. I mean, it's just a good parts caster. I mean, and Eddie's was a parts caster. I'm not big in the chips in game. I don't need a $300 Les Paul copy with Gibson on it. I bought this one because it is what it's replicating is a parts caster that Eddie built. So,
right.
I mean, it's just an amazing guitar. I did have to change the trim. I bought this one from Rob's music store. Actually, it was given to me from an associate of Rob's.
Yeah.
And great prices. He'll burn you up on shipping, but I mean, just really can't. But this is an actual EVH branded Floyd Rose special.
It is, yeah. Straight from Rob's music store. Hey, Dwight Bailey, how you doing, man?
But that is number one.
That is so cool, man.
Number two is greatly shifting gears.
Shifting gear. Here we go.
So this is a whole different.
And it's still in that Van Halen world, kind of, sort of. Look at that. Oh,
this
man.
This is a 58 Epiphone Carina Explorer.
Man,
and it is, and
gold.
It's got a big old fat neck on it. And
hardware.
It is. They have it branded to where it is made in conjunction with Gibson Custom Shop, but I think maybe they just got specs because this is still a Chinese made guitar. It has USA electronics in it. It's got Burstbucker Pros in it, and CTS pots and orange capacitors and everything like that. But it is just, I've always wanted a guitar this shape, and it is everything I thought it would be. You should look. I mean, y'all can Google it. Or look up videos on YouTube. There's plenty of reviews for them. These were quite expensive, and they got a lot of flack for that when they came out. They were $12.99, and they came with a case, and it's kind of the Epiphone case with it's huge, and it's got real bright pink plush lining.
Yeah, man.
But the good thing about this one is I got this while I was working the Holiday at Guitar Center for a couple of weeks.
Oh, here we go.
And so $12.99 for me as an employee turned into about $8.44.
Good God. That's a deal and a half, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't used or anything like that. It's new. And
man,
like I said, I just love it. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's just a great guitar. If you have a chance to play one, I would definitely play one.
Yeah. I've never played an Explorer. Never. I never have. And
it seems to me that it would be uncomfortable, but I guess the way because the V's, to me, I've never been good at flying.
Yeah, the V's have a lot of neck dive. Yeah. But this doesn't have no neck dive to it?
No, it well, it may. I mean, the strap I use suede straps. Excuse me.
No, you're fine.
But so I'll have to test it out with just a regular nylon strap and see if it neck dives. But just the way the angles are, you can just it just works. I mean, it's more comfortable than I ever thought it would be.
Yeah, that is actually on my list for down the road for my next guitar. I'm glad you got one because I don't know anybody personally that has one, and so
it's a beautiful guitar.
It is. Jerry W says he's watching all the way from Henderson, Kentucky. All right,
nice.
Thank you, Jerry, for being here. Appreciate that, man.
What time we going to apply at Guitar Center in the morning, Joe?
It won't be tomorrow. I got to go to my regular job, but
but if you could save $450,
oh my God, dude,
$450 per guitar, you wouldn't need to work.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, my wife would have something to say about that.
Well, the discounts based on it's most things it's like 10% above cost.
Yeah.
But they have other like programs and stuff. They have a program called Gain where you could order something directly from Ibanez and maybe get something a little better. Certain companies do that as well.
They just want to keep your paycheck.
You know, a $3,000 Gibson Les Paul Standard.
I'd be in trouble if I
$2,200. You know,
I wouldn't make no money.
Nah, it wouldn't be good.
No,
I have to stay out of there. Jerry W says that his Explorer has no neck dive, none. That's interesting, man. Yeah,
I know Trogley reviewed it and his did, and he was talking about moving the strap button behind the neck or something, but I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. What is that one guy's channel that? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. He does a lot of Van Halen stuff. He talks with people, Van Halen stories. That's what it's called. Van Halen, was it Final Resonance TV? I think that's his channel. He's like me. He wears a ball cap all the time, and I think he's from. Oh man, where's he at? He's in the South here somewhere, but he's got an Explorer. He plays that a lot, and he got one not long ago, and he was playing it, and it was interesting. And I think he actually went and found an Explorer that Eddie borrowed from Chris Holmes for a while, and that dude went and found it and played it, and that was cool. I was like, damn. So
the Shark was a destroyer. Was the Shark a destroyer?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
Which is, I mean, you know, back then they were the same before the lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah, because I the Shark looks pretty cool. I mean, just as, I don't know, but I'd rather have the Explorer. I'd rather have that, but I don't know. Yeah, but you know, we was talking about earlier, man. Like, I was playing some of these different guitars I have back in the warehouse here last night. I was doing some test runs with I use a couple of different programs, DAWs and stuff. I use right now I'm using my PreSonus interface, and that's Studio One DAW. I use this doing a show, but if I'm just doing something by myself, a show by myself, and I want to play music live, I use a Cubase DAW and a Steinberger interface. And earlier this year, or excuse me, toward the end of last year, I just get my timelines right here. I started messing with plugins. R2, R3 Locking Nut was helping me out with plugins like from Eventide, which are amazing. I love plugins, but I noticed here's something that you might run into later. Somebody might, I don't know. But I put some plugins on a couple of tracks, maybe a harmonizer, a delay, you know, and then after a little bit of time went by, maybe a couple of weeks or something, I started having like these little what they call audio dropouts. I didn't know what it was called. I was like, you'd be playing and stuff would just stop, then it would come back on and start again. And I thought, well, maybe it was just like an electrical surge or something, because I got a lot of stuff plugged in up in here, a lot of cables, a lot of stuff. And I said, well, maybe it's something like that. But I noticed when I'd switch to this different interface and this different DAW, I didn't have that. I don't have any audio dropouts. So I started doing some research, man, and I was like, what is causing this? So it can come from a few different things. It can come from your plugins that you have, because some plugins require more kind of, I guess, power from your computer to make them operate properly. And it could come down to buffering and latency and all this and that. And so I went to look it up a couple of nights ago, and this one guy said, if you have any plugins that are continuously running all the time, that can cause an issue. So I deleted a couple of plugins that came with the Cubase system. And knock on wood, so far I haven't had no dropouts. Everything's been okay so far. But it's just so annoying when you're playing, and especially if you're trying to record a video and you're in the middle and everything just stops. The audio stops and it kicks back on. I'm like, what is causing that? You know? So
yeah,
just trying to troubleshoot stuff over the weekend here. But anyway, just one of the many wormholes you can go down with an interface and a DAW and all this other stuff.
I'm kind of starting that too. I got a Volt 2, UA Volt 2, and it came with Ableton and I think like a Marshall Plexi plugin and stuff. And I am brand new to all this.
Yeah,
so you'll probably be hearing from me soon just to help me figure it out. But it's a lot.
It's a long road, man. Hey, Miss Lynn, what's going on? How are you, Miss Lynn Rusall? How are you?
Man.
Thank you very much for tuning in from Facebook. Thank you very much. Yeah, the whole interface thing and everything, there's so many different levels of that. I mean, you can just do basic stuff and be fine. But I kept wanting to try to upgrade my audio quality every little few months or something, because I would hear somebody on YouTube. They were live, and it sounded incredible. I was like, my stuff don't sound like that, So I just kept going down these wormholes. Dwight Bailey, hey man, he says, I got batteries in my interface. iRig Pro battery was low, had cut out in my volume, and a new battery fixed mine. You have a battery in your interface, your iRig Pro. Okay, that's a new one.
I think that's one that you just plug your guitar into that, and then it goes straight to your phone, and that's all you need. I think okay. He could probably clear that up, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how that system works, but yeah, man. So yeah, it's man, you could go down so many different wormholes with that stuff, and like I said, I was up till 3:30 this morning doing some test runs. But I was using StreamYard because I was like, Andrew and I were talking earlier. I like StreamYard if you're going to perform music live, because they offer if you want to have stereo output through through your stream, and I think that's really cool. Yeah, Dwight says yes, sir. It goes into his iPhone, the iRig Pro. Okay, very interesting. Thank you, Dwight.
I'm guessing kind of it's like your Go Mixer Pro.
That's there you go. Yeah, that's a cool thing too, man. If somebody is brand new to wanting to stream on whatever platform you want to do, get you what was it? Go Mixer Pro.
Yeah.
Go Master Pro. Go Mixer Pro. If you get something like that hooks straight to your smartphone, and that's what it is. It's literally just a little interface, but it's the most basic kind of interface you can use, but it works, man. I remember using one of those things for a couple of years before I got a laptop and a DAW and all that. Man, I was like, I don't know what all that stuff is, but I just kept pushing myself. I was like, man, I want something to sound better. I want it to sound better. So,
well, I kind of got mine. Sure, I'd love to learn how to play and stuff, but I just wanted like a mic, so I'm not using this,
right,
and sounding muffled and everything like that. But I don't even know how to start with that. So
the best thing I can tell you is get on StreamYard and go live, but make sure it's unlisted, and have your stuff set up, because you'll see little meters on there. You can tap the mic and the meters will move and all that. And whenever you feel comfortable doing that, and do an unlisted test run. And when you start messing with your interface, I did that I still do it today. I was saying, but that's how you can go back and watch that little stream. It can only be maybe 2 minutes, and you can kind of hear what everybody else is going to hear, whether you have your earbuds in. And
you just have it all open, like you have your DAW open, and just hit record.
Yes. I have the DAW open, but I just have the DAW going, open. Like if but I don't hit record on the DAW or nothing. I just have it activated, and then I go to StreamYard and hit go live, but I make sure it's unlisted.
Okay.
That way it doesn't go out to every, because you can pick your whatever you want to stream on your YouTube channel or your Facebook or whatever.
Yeah. That way you're not streaming like.
Oh, I've been guilty of that. Yeah, sitting there doing something and messing around, and people were like hitting the comment, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I thought this was unlisted." And he just kind of play it off. "Oh, hey man, yeah." Oh my God. So yeah, you have to make sure that it says unlisted before you proceed, and then you can just do all kind of different tests and there you go. But that's how that goes, man. You're not gonna learn it until you get in there and mess with it. That's all I know to say. I mean, and don't get me wrong. There's been plenty of nights I've been in here and I was so frustrated, man. I want to just throw something against the damn wall, put my foot through the window or something.
I've already been there.
Yeah, but it's like I said, man. I would watch other people streaming live and playing. And there's one younger guy. His name's Billy Wilkins on YouTube, and he doesn't really do this per se. He kind of does another platform where people jump on. What was it called? I think it shut down, or maybe it's still up. Omegle or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
it's something,
I think
it's something
right.
all the young kids do. And boy, I'm old when I say that. All the young kids. And people jump on at any time, and he would play them a song, and he would just say, "Pick a song," and they would pick a song, and he would play it on the spot right there. And I just love to watch him play. But anyway, his setup sounded incredible, because 99% of people that do something like this, and somebody's watching them and they jump in on their smartphone, it's not going to sound. It's typically going to sound like underwater. It might sound kind of rough. But this young man, Billy Wilkins, he had all this stuff figured out. And he would say, okay, I'm going to play Foo Fighters, Best of You or whatever. And he'd hit stuff and he'd start playing it. It sounds like a concert. And he's doing it live. And I was like, God almighty. And now he's got some money tied up in because he has a thing where he can, like a fancy looper he's got going on. He can make beats right there on the spot. And it's awesome. And just watching somebody like that makes me want to keep trying to push myself, because I was like, man, he's got it down, man. It sounds incredible. Because if you think about it, man, even if I had time to go and play somewhere, is it really worth it? I mean, before I went on vacation, I'm affiliated with this site called Gig Salad. All right, Gig Salad is a platform that you make a profile, and if somebody wants you to come play their event, whether it be a bridal shower or a whatever party, whatever, they'll reach out to you and say, hey, I'm having this event, can you come play? And you whether you do or not anyway. But on my profile, I put on there, hey man, you need to at least give me 2 weeks notice, so I can get prepared for the event. I can't just hop out there tomorrow, So it was a Thursday night. I didn't have to work. This was a couple of weeks ago. And I just happened to look at my phone. My phone lit up. It had an email from Gig Salad. They said, you have somebody inquiring your, if you want to play live at their function. I looked at it, and it said, we want you here tomorrow. And I was like, what? Tomorrow? And it was in Anderson. And it was some little cocktail lounge. I can't remember what they said the name of it was. And I was like, man, I'm not going to Anderson at some cocktail lounge. And they want me to play for 3 hours. 3 hours. Dude, I don't have enough material for 3 hours. My max limit is 2 hours. And that guy was like, we need you here tomorrow. I was like, dude, I can't do that. So I didn't respond to the guy. I mean, I'm sorry, but you gotta give me more notice than that. But,
we were looking at hiring like an acoustic guitarist and maybe another musician, like a violinist or something, for our wedding.
Yeah.
Just for the ceremony. And for 30 minutes, those two musicians were $1,000. And that's in South Carolina. We got married in our hometown in South Carolina.
Yeah.
That wasn't even Florida prices or anything like that. That was,
damn.
And I was like, $1,000? No.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Epiphonium, what is up,
Nice.
man?
That's
That's a lot of money. Hey, Johnny Bean in the chat. What's up, Johnny? How are you, man?
Johnny, Epiphonium.
Yeah, I ain't seen Epiphonium in forever. Long time, man. Long time.
He missed Andrew's Epiphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see it?
I assume he's
Linguini, what's up, man? Happy New Year, my friend. There's that beautiful Epiphone. There you go.
I assume Epiphonium's a Epiphone guy.
I think so. I haven't seen him in so long.
Maybe he likes fake Epiphones.
Maybe. He puts the phony in Epiphonium. Yes.
Yeah.
I showed a fake earlier. It wasn't a fake Epiphone, but it was a fake.
Fake Epiphone.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the EVH fakies, man. You know, most of the comments I got from the AliExpress, I did a little 3-part video thing about that, and most of the responses were positive. And there was a couple that were like, you know, I wouldn't do that. I'm kind of disappointed you did that. And I was like, what? Disappointed?
Well, it's kind of like the relic and, you know, all that kind of stuff. There's people that's going to love it and people okay with it and people that don't. And they rarely cross over to the other side. But I mean, and I feel that way about some. Like, I don't think you should order or you should get a $300 guitar with a trademark name on it, regardless of whether it's, you know, not the same or what. But I don't want a guitar from China that says ESP if it wasn't made by an ESP company. Same thing with Fender, all that. I went for the fakie because, like I said earlier, there's no brand on it to begin with.
Right.
And, you know, if you think about it, the EVH brand is a copy too, because they're copying Eddie's guitar. So, I mean, you know, that's just how I feel about this particular one. But I can see both sides.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But like I said, when Andrew got his AliExpress EVH fakie, and he sent me pictures and all that, and I was like, oh my God, dude. I said, it looks like that. And so I jumped on there and got it. And he was kind enough to send me the information from the same seller. And I mean, once it got shipped, I had it, like a week? It was no time at all, man. I was
mad. You got yours fast. I had to wait like 3 weeks for mine.
Yeah, I got mine in like a week, man. It was fast. I have an LP custom Epiphone and a Mando. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
Very nice. Very nice, my friend. But yeah, man, I love mine, man. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get the original Frankie from EVH. I'm not saying that at all. But for me, I just couldn't see you dropping over $2,000 for that.
This one plays very good, but I've also played an EVH one, and the EVH one plays substantially better. But I'm also not at a level of playing where I need a high performance guitar. I can't play, you know, like you, Joe, like, you know, trills and run up the neck, stuff like that. I'm just saying, I'm not to that level. I'm not real simple when it comes down to it. So I didn't need one that was high performance. I have one that had the look, which is what I was going for, and I can play it okay.
and you're happy with it. That's the big thing. I mean, I'm very satisfied with mine. You know. Oh, Bumbless in the house. What's up, Bumbless?
Hey, Bumbless.
He says, "Happy New Gear. What will we buy this year?" I like that. Very cool. Yeah, I sent a message out to Larry and Andrew the other day. I said, "Yeah, my buying sprees are going to really slow down substantially, man. I mean, God, dog. Whew. I need to.
I agree.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love buying this stuff, but I'm like, okay, and it's time to pay the piper, man. Got to pay some money toward this stuff. Going to get in that trap. I don't want no trap. Electric Gypsy Blues. Louie, what's going on? He says, hey, Joe, Andrew, Larry, happy Saturday to everyone. Hey, man.
Hey, happy New Year, Gypsy.
Yeah, man.
I saw earlier that Louis Linguini likes my Explorer. I saw his comments.
Yeah. Epiphonium says he's on a limited budget. Yeah, I feel you on that, man.
I'm going to start selling a couple that I don't play and use. That way, when I want to get another one, I'll feel pretty good about it. I'll feel better about it.
Yeah, Jerry, thank you, man. You're too kind. That's my big downfall. I mean, I've had so many people say, look, dude, why don't you sell some of those things you got? And but I don't want to. I love them all.
Then
I
don't.
I don't want to sell any of them. I love them. I mean, look, if you buy guitars and you want to keep them for a little bit and then turn around and sell them, that's fine. There's nothing. Philip McKnight does it all the time, and because he says he doesn't have the room, I get it. But man, every time I would have my eye on a certain guitar, and I was like, I'm like, oh man, I got to get that. It just does something, man. It grabs a hold of me, and I'm like, man, that is awesome. And I buy it, and I play it. A few months later, I'm back online looking again, and I'm like, what am I doing? And then the process just kept repeating itself. And but I can't. I don't know, man. It's just such a cool feeling.
I have two classic vibes. I'm not gonna. I have a Mexican Strat. I have American Strats. I'm not gonna play the classic vibes. I just don't need them.
I think there's a great guitars. I have one.
They are, but I'm never gonna play them, and I'll just take that money and buy something that I'm gonna play. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I could scale it back. There's two guitars and sell them off, and go buy something. Something I'm into now that I'll
absolutely
I'll use.
Yeah. There's nothing.
That's all.
I think that's wonderful. If that's how you want to do it.
I got some that'll be good. That I'm like you. I'm like, I don't play that one, but I'm not selling it. I have a couple. I have a lot of those too.
Yeah, I have sentimental ones that I don't play.
There you go. That's what I was about to say. The sentimental value. Yeah.
I have those. They're not going, but I have I probably have three. I can right that I can think of that I got to get rid of and whatever.
You got to a point with me where we had room issues too. Moving down here to a 2-bedroom apartment and everything. But I try to have one. I try to keep them all different. Like I have a Les Paul, I have an SG, I have a Strat. I've got a guitar with a Floyd. I've got an odd-shaped Explorer. And I have a semi-hollow, D'Angelico. So I just tried to have as many options with what I've got because I usually hang around 8 to 10 electrics, and if I see something I want, I have to sit back and be like, okay, well, if I get another one, something's got to go. So do I want this more than I want the lowest one on my, priority list or whatever like that? The one that I play the least. Do I want it more? And sometimes I go for it and it's a mistake, and sometimes I go for it and it's the best thing I've ever done. But I just try not to. I try not to buy things in sequence too fast either, because like I did that with the Fakie and then the Epiphone, where I bought the Fakie and then 2 weeks later the Epiphone show. I played it and I wanted it, and I haven't really done anything with the Fakie since then. It's all been Epiphone, so I kind of feel bad because it's a great guitar, and I'm not really giving it much time, so I'm going to have to force myself to put the Epiphone in the case in the closet and not look at it, and then have it come out on the wall. So I have to pick it up when I want to play.
Right. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's one way of doing it for sure. There's nothing wrong with it.
It doesn't always work out like that, but I try.
Yeah, man. I know. I try to jump around to different guitars myself, because I'll find myself sticking with that Bumblewolf right there. Mm-hmm. That is such a great playing guitar, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, look, man, you got to play. You got these other ones that you hadn't hardly touched, and I'll get them out of the case and play them. And sometimes it comes down to the point where I don't want to dig. Dude, if I want to get a certain guitar back here in the warehouse, I got to literally dig through all this stuff and get to it. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing all that, and it's kind of sad. It's ridiculous.
No, I get that, because I mean, I know you don't have much time, and I don't have much time.
Yeah, man, that's like,
and I don't want to waste time to play going and finding stuff and swapping things out. And then
especially during the week when I have to work, I'm like, okay, I have 45 minutes before I have to leave. Let me just grab this off the wall. And but yeah, Epiphonium, he says something that I'm very familiar with. He goes, I've sold only one, and I regret it. Yeah, I've had to sell a few, and I couldn't. And you know what I did? I turned right around maybe a year later and bought those guitars again. Sure did.
I sold one that I regret. Well, I did the same thing.
I sold a lot I regret.
I've only sold
earlier.
I only sold one, and I regret
it. But you did regret it. Which one was it?
It was a LTD string through with EMGs on it. Yeah, it was like a dark brown color. I don't remember.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, 10 years ago.
Oh, it was a long time ago. Okay. What about you, Andrew? Which one have you said you sold and you regretted?
I mean, I have just always bought and sold, but like, I recently found a Lion by Washburn, like a Strat copy.
Oh, that was like your first guitar, right?
And that was my first guitar, and they weren't great guitars, so nobody's really keeping them. So if you see one on Reverb or something like that, somebody just found it in a closet or something like that, or is cleaning out a rental property, and then I found one there, and it was super inexpensive. So I was lucky enough to get that back, but it wasn't the color I had, so I just kind of had to just get what I could. And I have yet to see one from. I had a Sunburst. It was just a Sunburst Strat copy. Yeah. But I haven't seen another Sunburst one. So even though I have one, it's not the same. But I mean, I have traded guitars. When I was younger, I would say I'm going to get a Gibson Les Paul, and I'd save up my money. I'd get halfway there, and I'd be like, "Well, I could get an Epiphone and a Strat," and then I would buy two cheap guitars. Yeah. And then I wouldn't be happy with it because I wanted a Gibson Les Paul. And then I go to sell those, and I'm even further down now because the two cheap guitars sold for this much. And now I got that much further to go. So it was just like a losing battle. I was just digging a hole. So finally, I don't know when, but when I was older, it finally stuck, and I could save up my money and get what I wanted. And then once I got it, I had to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm just like you, Joe. I mean, every time I walk into a guitar store, every time I go on Reverb, which is every day, I see something, and I'm like already working in my head, like,
how can I get that?
I don't play the SG too much and all that kind of stuff.
So
and
it's
I'm
not
like,
just me. Okay.
And I'm just like, well, no, stop. Yeah. And I have to
we don't need
shut it down.
Yeah, that's me. I swear I'm not making this up. I purposely have to stay away from Reverb and eBay because I know I'm serious. When I'm laying there before I fall asleep, and if I get on there and I say, just let me browse, man, let me look, and sure enough, I'll go, oh damn, look at that one, and I'm like, no, and it'll stick in my head, and I can't get it out of my head, man. But yeah, I've done good, man. I've sit there and I mean, it's an addiction, man.
Yeah. I mean, the gas is real.
It is. It sure is. Electric Gypsy Blues. Let's see what Louis has got to say. He says, I only have 13. 13? I could sell one or two, but I just can't give up those rosewood necks, especially on my Epiphones, because they don't use rosewood for fretboards anymore.
That is correct.
Andrew, what do they use now?
My Explorer is Laurel, Indian Laurel.
Oh, okay.
And I cleaned it because, when you buy something, you set it up the way you want it, change strings, clean it, especially if it comes from Guitar Center, because who knows what's lurking on those strings. But it's a dark fretboard, but I think it's dyed because when I conditioned the fretboard, like, the cloth that I used just had some brown on it, which when it's dyed, I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me. I've got plenty of rosewood guitars, and it's not that different to me. But I think it's harder to find a quality Laurel one than it is a quality rosewood one. I think rosewood is just a better wood. But
absolutely, I agree.
It's kind of like Gibson was with like my Les Paul Custom has the Rich Light fretboard. So it's not wood at all. It's like a composite kind of particle board where they compress it and put it on there because that was the years that ebony wasn't allowed to be used, imported or exported. So that's what's on that. And I think as far as Far East guitars, Chinese guitars and stuff like that, both Squires and Epiphones and anything coming from there, they aren't allowed to use rosewood. I don't know if it's a cost thing, if it's a trade law or something like that.
That's wild, man. Dang. Very interesting. Jerry W., he says, I bought my first EVH this week. But I don't see a thing wrong with budget guitars. I have a nice Epiphone as well. Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with budget guitars. I got plenty of them. Nothing wrong with them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hop out for a minute. I'll go get my non-Epiphone guitar right quick.
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
Epiphones are decent guitars though. I don't even know if they're budget anymore. I don't consider Epiphone budget.
I have how many Epiphone Les Pauls do I have? Oh man, I got a few behind me in cases. I don't know. I maybe have. Well, I got the Zach Wild. I got it earlier. I keep saying, I want to say this year.
They're not cheap.
A couple of months ago. Those. The one I got cost exactly what I bought mine when I got mine first one new years ago. But that guitar is great, and I have some other Epiphone Les Pauls that are fantastic. I've just never been a big Epiphone I've never been a big Les Paul player.
Yeah.
But I had to have that Zach Wild model, man. I had to get it back. All right, here we go, sir. What you got for us?
So I have chips. I have an EVH fakie. I have Epiphones. I am an advocate of the real as well.
Look at that, man. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
I mean, this one I got for a very good deal. But
Is that the one you got from the dude when you was working at Guitar Center the other time?
Yeah.
The guy was wanting to trade it or something?
He was wanting to sell it because he needed the money, and Guitar Center looks at what they're selling for, and they'll give you like 60% of what their value is, what they're going for. And it just wasn't enough for the guy, so I made him an offer that was a little bit better.
He couldn't refuse,
and he took it. And like that you could get fired for that at Guitar Center. So I would not. If you're an employee, don't do that. Oh Lord! But I was temporary help. I was temporary help. I had a week left before I started my new job, and I was like, well.
He said, heck with it, man. I'm going to get this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then they can lowball you.
Yeah.
With the intention of offering you.
That's a 2013. It's in great shape, and they were going to give him $2,100 for it. And you go on Reverb, and they're on there for $4,000 all day. Mm-hmm. And that just wasn't fair. So I was like, hey, man. And he needed to sell it, so you could tell he was going to have to leave there without the guitar. So I just made it better for him, just
right. Yeah.
He wouldn't be selling it. He wasn't going to sell it if he didn't need the money, and he needed the money so bad that whatever they were going to do, he would have to take. So I was like,
so what is it?
I get a guitar at a good price. He gets a better price for it.
So does Guitar Center maintain? Do you look up in the database? Or does each store and each person doing the research?
They have an algorithm. It's UVM, which is Used Vintage Market. And I think when they put in what it is, what year it is, and a serial number, it checks eBay, Reverb, everywhere at like the last however many that sold, and they take an average of that. So if one sold for 3, one sold for 32, they put the value at 31, and then they give you 60% of that.
I did not know that. A couple of years ago, y'all might have seen the video where I went to Guitar Center and I had a, what is it, a 50s or 60s road worn telly, and I bought it brand new from AMS. I think it was a 2012 or 2015. I can't remember what it was, but I bought it brand new. It was $1,000, and I got that guitar because I was trying to get the EVH Stripe, and it was on back order. So I had the green light from the wife. She goes, yeah, you can go order a guitar. So I was like, if I don't hurry up and jump at this opportunity and get something, it's going to go away and I can't get anything. Mm-hmm. So I ordered that road worn telly, and I had it, man, I don't know, about a year, and I didn't hardly play that thing at all. I just didn't bond with it at all. So I took it to Guitar Center in Greenville, and I said, well, look, I'm going to trade it in I got a really cool Ibanez that was there. I forget. Chlorine Burst, 2 humbucker Ibanez, really nice. And they just had that one Ibanez there. I was like, yeah, that's my luck. So I called a guy or whoever, some young guy, and I said, hey, man, I I got a guitar I want to trade. He said, yeah, bring it on down. Man, I went down there. I paid $1,000 for that telly. Andrew, how much you think they gave me for it?
Road worn, it's probably going to sell for $7. 325. 300, 325.
You're close. It was like just a touch over $300. And so I went ahead and took it, and I went ahead and used that money and got the Ibanez, and I put a little bit of money out of pocket for a hard shell case. So now, some people that's seen that video, they've told me, man, you are crazy. You know, you lost your rear on that. And I'm like, not really, because I got what I wanted. And I got a guitar that I played, and now I had to set it up. It was, we're talking about Guitar Center in Greenville, South Carolina. They don't set up nothing. But after I got it all set up, it was great. I haven't played that guitar in years, but that was my Guitar Center experience with trading something in because I knew I was going to get low ball, but I didn't know it was going to be that low. But, I know they have to make money, and it's what it's all about, but, what it is what it is. Paulie, what is going on, my friend?
Hey, Paulie.
Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Joe. I hate to duck out of here, but I got a message from my daughter, and she needs to talk. So.
Okay, yeah, man. Thanks for being here.
I will give y'all something to talk about, and I will watch on the replay because I was wanting to ask.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Cheap guitar, expensive amp, or cheap amp, expensive guitar? What sounds better?
Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Knox. Thanks, Andrew, for joining me.
Thanks, everybody.
Be safe.
Y'all have a good one.
Okay, brother.
All right.
Thank you. All right, man. There he goes, Mr. Andrew Knox.
There he goes.
Our inside connection to Guitar Center. Yeah, that's very cool. So what do you think, Mr. Larry? We got cheap amp, expensive guitar, or cheap guitar, expensive amp.
I'm gonna go with expensive amp, cheap guitar.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, because I don't know, cheap guitars are halfway decent anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, for so long, man, I always had cheap amps for so long because I just couldn't afford a half stack. I just couldn't back then. I was working nickel and dime jobs, and then I got married young, and so that was out, and if I had an amp, it was like maybe a big, how they had the crate amps back in the day, had the one big speaker in it, and they would be loud, but they sound like crap, put some pedals in there. I had something like that, and but it wasn't until when my father retired from his job, and that was in 2001, I think, and I saw the PV 5150 half stack in a music store in Spartanburg. I think it was called Express Music, and if it wasn't for my dad giving me the money, I could have never got it. So yeah, he gave me the money, and I walked in there, and I knew this was going to be like a once in a lifetime moment for me because I can't just walk in somewhere and buy a half stack,
Yeah.
And so I walked in there and I looked, and it was the floor model. They didn't have like a bunch in stock or something. And I went there and I seen it before. I had my eye on it, and I was like, man, okay. So I go there this time, and now I know I got the money in the bank. I got my checkbook. This tells you how long ago this was. I ain't wrote a check in forever. But went in there, and there wasn't really nobody in the store. It was in the early afternoon. And I asked the salesman, I said, hey, man, can I grab a guitar and play through that PV? He said, yeah, go ahead. And there just happened to be a PV Wolfgang Special hanging up, a new one. So I went and grabbed it and played through it. And I said, yeah, man, I think I'll take it. He said, okay. And he goes and gets this, what do you call it, a form, application form for like credit. He thought I was going to get it on payments or something, which is normally what I've always had to do and still do to this day. And he goes, all right, you want to fill this out? And I said, no, man, I'm going to buy it. And, man, when I said that, his whole demeanor changed. Oh, we got a couple guys who help load it up. You got a truck? I said, yeah, I got my pickup truck out there. But I played it, and that was my first half stack, and I'll never get rid of it. We was talking about sentimental value and stuff earlier. That's what that is to me, because my father got me that. And
nice.
That was my first half stack, man. And, so I never had an expensive amp for many, many, many years. I just tried to have decent guitars. They weren't expensive guitars, but yeah. So
I mean, there's good cheap amps too, right? I mean, I have.
Oh yeah, especially nowadays, you can get something for really great money.
I mean, I got behind me. I have a Line 6 Spider 3, I think, two 10-inch speakers in it, and I think it was. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I bought it a long time ago. Let's go 10, 13 years ago. I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. It was like $400.
Yeah.
So it depends on the budget a little bit, because there's always a threshold with these things, right? When you say cheap, there is a level of amplifiers that are exactly that. They're cheap, right? They're horrible. Like at $100, when you're around $100, you're like, I mean, anymore you can get computer stuff, and it's a little different than it was back in the day. But remember when we had like crates and gorillas, the lower end models, they were not fun. They didn't sound good. They didn't go loud. They fizzed. They were terrible.
Yeah.
It's not the same now, so it's a little harder, right? But right. Even so, like a Line 6 Spider is $400 amp I have here. Even with all the inflation, I couldn't sell that thing's probably. I could probably sell that for $150 right now. Mm-hmm. A cheap guitar, the value does go down, but there's a market for it. I think I could turn a cheap guitar. So I'm kind of saying get the more expensive, good sounding amp, keep it.
Right.
It's easier to get rid of a guitar than an amp, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I sell off the cheap guitar down the road and upgrade, That's kind of where I'm at, but
Yeah, I got the Line 6 Spider 4. I've had mine for a number of years now, and it's got the two 10-inch I think it's Celestians, and my son got his first, and then when I heard how it sounded, I was really impressed, and I was like, I'm gonna get me one of those. And then later, when the Katanas came out that were really a big deal, I got the 100-watt Katana head. My wife got it for me for Christmas about 5 years ago, and that is an amazing head for a solid state head. It's incredible, and it's just everything about it is fantastic. And now I got the PRS Hendrix head, which is okay. It's I'll be totally honest with you. I was kind of disappointed that it didn't have an effects loop or reverb or nothing. It's just dry. So I had to figure out a way to hook up my pedal board and all, where I could have a couple of different options with that head. But it's still cool. And and then I got the cabinet, that Marshall cabinet. I traded my son a Joe Satriani Ibanez that he really wanted really bad. I did a lot of upgrades to and got it all set up, and so we traded even Steven for that. And I said, yeah, I'll trade you that. And so yeah, it's cool, man. So I've been fortunate enough to now have both, have a decent amp and guitars.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. It was rough. Bumbless says his whoops, it jumped on me. He said his first amp was a Gorilla. Mine was too. My very first amp was a Gorilla. It was probably about that big.
They were small.
It was small, and it was at the time. I didn't know what I had. I just thought, ooh, I got an amp, and it just, God, if I could hear that amp now, it'd be horrible. I actually tried looking them up on Reverb just to get one, just because it was my first amp. And I actually found one, but it was already sold. But let's see. Paulie says, I love my Yamaha THR for practicing in my room. The 5153, I think, combo is to wake up the neighbors. Yeah, man. That was the deal with my amps. And then I got a attenuator from Sweetwater. Once I got that, you can play a half stack at whatever volume you want. That attenuator is like a Variac. It's like your master volume. And get you one of those, man, you can play your 5153 all the time. And you can have it at a low volume and have your amp crank so you can get everything you can out of your tubes.
Yeah, I have the Torpedo Studio on my 5150 Stealth.
Yeah.
50
it's
watt,
it's worth having something like that so you can use your amp. Because it's either, if you don't have something like that, your amp's either loud or it's off.
I could send the head right into the Torpedo. I don't even have to have the speakers on. I could send it right to the computer if I wanted.
Yeah, right.
If I wanted.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can do it. That's
cool that you can do that. That the option is, like I said, man, things nowadays, technology, I love technology.
The thing I don't like with it is it's expensive, and the impedance, you have to buy the correct one. Or the ohms, the 6.8 or 12 or whatever, or 6, I don't remember. Yeah. So you have to, you can't use it on everything you have.
Right.
Right.
It'll mess stuff up, yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
It'll ruin some stuff. Yeah, you have to be careful with stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd just be nice if it would work.
If it was universal.
Yeah, I think the Torpedoes are $600, right? And you have to buy one for each.
Oh, wow.
If you have different heads, I only have one head amp, so.
Right.
But it's expensive,
It can be, but I love technology, man. Like we were talking about these Line 6 amps and the Katana heads, and now you can use these plugins on your DAW, and there's all kind of things that you can get so many amazing tones. The HeadRush, and my son's got the Helix, and it's just there's so many different avenues now where you can get some great tones. And you don't have to spend all the money unless you just want to, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you can achieve that same stuff with digital.
I always wanted a quad Cortex, but at this point I wait for the next iteration of these things. They're kind of getting old now. Quad Cortex has been out for a while,
and you'll be able to get it at a decent price then.
Man, they haven't come down yet. That's a good. I could wait for the next one, and then buy the current one.
Buy the model before,
for cheap.
Yeah, I've done that before.
But I don't need it. So
it falls down like we were talking about, want and need. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it was my choice with the 5150 amp. It was that or the Quad Cortex, right?
Yeah,
I had to pick one of the two.
Right.
You
made the right call getting the 5150. Yeah.
If I lived in a condo or an apartment complex, get the Quad Cortex. I could plug into my computer and put the headphones on. The neighbors don't have to hear me. So that's good purpose for that.
Yeah.
Or if you play out, you can bring it with you.
Right.
I don't need
it. I would have got that EVH head like you did. I would have got that. My son's got that.
Yeah.
Same one.
Oh, does he have a 50 or 100?
I think his is the 50.
Oh, okay.
He's got the lunchbox head. Yeah.
Oh, I got the 50. It's big.
Yeah, you got the full size. He's got the lunchbox head. He really enjoys it. I like it because when he has it on, yours might do the same thing, but when he has it on the rhythm channel, then when he clicks to the lead channel, it changes colors inside the head.
Mine doesn't.
It goes from like red to green or something. I'm like, that is awesome, man.
That is cool.
Yeah, it changes. The lights change. Epiphonium says, I have the worst cheap amp ever. A first act from a garage sale for $5 as a joke. I have some better ones though, he says. Wow. First act. Yeah. Do you remember when they sold those guitars in Walmart? I remember that. I mean, they did here.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? Oh my God, dude. I was like, are you serious? Walmart's getting into the guitar market and their guitars weren't worth a crap. I remember I'd look at it and I said, First Act. I said, are you serious? And they sold strings and straps, the whole nine, man. And I was like, yeah, you don't see them no more up there now. That didn't last.
Costco had something too, I remember.
Man, it's so crazy, man. I'm glad they don't have those no more.
I know.
Bumbleus chimes in. He says that I think most people's first amp was either a Peavey or a Gorilla. Yeah, I had both. I had the Gorilla, and then later I had a Crate, and then I did have a Peavey. Yeah,
I had Crate.
My son has that Peavey now.
I played through Gorillas. I know people that had them. I used them, but I had Crate. Was mine.
Oh yeah.
I think I had a
Slick Rick. What's up, Ricky Hoyle in the chat? He says he's out on the road.
What's up, Ricky?
He said I'm old, man. I'm going to bed. All right, brother. Get some sleep. Be safe out there, man. I need to call you on the phone, man. I gotta talk to you. See how you doing. He called me when I was just getting ready to go back to work. I was getting over all this mess, and we talked for a few minutes, and that was about it. And I said, man, I'll call you back. And I just ain't had a chance. But yeah, the Crate amps, the Peavey, Gorillas, all those names, man, from when we all first started. I don't know what somebody would get nowadays for a first.
So many choices.
Amp. There's so many. There's
like
a bunch.
That TH line from Yamaha's. Those things are amazing.
Yeah, the THR. You mean the desktop amps or the?
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, I got one over there. It's a THR 10X, and now they don't have that model no more. They revamped it. I don't know what it's called now, but
I feel like they got expensive. Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know the line anymore.
You might have to look it up on the computer. That's a great question. Can you look it up on your?
Yeah, I can take a look.
I'm just curious.
Me too.
I don't know what those things are now, to be honest with you. I got this one, the THR 10X, years ago, and then after that,
I
didn't keep up with it at all.
I remember when I first saw them at Guitar Center, they were, reasonable. I was like, I should get one of these.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. Paulie says that his first amp was a Crate. Okay. What's that, Larry?
A THR 10 is like $329, and then that's a 20 watt, and then the 30 watt versions are $550.
Wow.
They're THR 30, and the THR 5 is $200. So they just have different levels now.
They do, yeah. So if anybody out there is going to get the Yamaha THR series, and they come with, most of them come with built-in speakers, and that's great. But if you want to run it through a cabinet, you can do that. I had to buy a pedal to be able to do that. It's called the 44 Magnum pedal, and it's really just a preamp is what it is. And you go from out of that desktop amp into that preamp pedal, and then from out of that into your cabinet. And that way you can use a desktop amp for an actual. I love playing through this Yamaha THR 10X through this cabinet. It sounds incredible, and that was the biggest thing when I first got it years ago. I was like, man, I wish you could hook it up to the cabinet. And well, now with that 44 Magnum pedal, I can use any desktop amp and run through that, and it just makes things more fun when you can experiment with stuff like that.
Do they have are they like Line 6? They have song titles built in. You could pick different, or is it channels?
No, on the one I have, the THR 10X, it has 4 preset buttons.
Got you.
And you have to hook it up USB and get on their site, and you can download certain patches and save it. And the ones I have, I think it's 4 or 5 presets you can do, kind of like the Spark that I have. It's very similar to that, but the Spark is a little bit more. You can do. It's more flexible, but the tones that I have on there are incredible. And they still sound good today. I was really shocked at.
I remember When I sat down and played them at Guitar Center many years ago, they had like a blues version of it.
Yeah.
One of them was bluesy. They had a dark green one, which was like for metal.
Yeah, that's.
So I was kind of like, yeah, I should get one of these, but then I was like, well, which one? And I never bought one.
Yeah. Yeah, the THR-10X was perfect for me. A lot of people were getting those then and putting some Van Halen tones on them, or what they consider to be pretty close to Van Halen tones. And so, yeah.
I wish we had them back in the day.
Oh, man. Yeah,
I wish.
You're not kidding. Jerry W. chimes in. He says, I have a Marshall DSL 40C, and these days I run it through an EVH 2x12, and it kicks ass. That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's a good amp.
Let's see. Epiphonium says, I have 2 crates and a Music Man. Wow. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's awesome, man. That is phenomenal, man. Oh, man. I mean, if I had to count how many amps, I mean, I'm talking about anything from a little battery-powered amp to the big amps. How many do I have? Let's see. I got the, what is that? The Boss, what is that? That little Boss amp right there. Man, I forget the name of it. I got that. See, that's one. I got the Black Star, the Fly. It's battery powered. We got the one, the Katana, the PV, the PRS, the Yamaha. That's crazy, man. 6 right there. That's insane.
I got 4. I got 4.
Yeah, I didn't think I even had that much until I just took a count. That's crazy, man.
No, and I have 5.
Oh, and the Spark, that's 7. There you go.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, well, no, not 4. I have 5.
Yeah. You just get so used to having that stuff around, and then you're like, wait, let me take a tally here. And I'm like, what? It's crazy, man. Crazy. Let's see here. Yeah. Ted Fair. Hey, man, what is going on, Ted? Thank you for hopping in. Let's see what Ted says. My first amp in 1986 was called the Fender Deluxe 85. Solid state amp with red knobs. It sounded like crap.
Man, what's going to come of...
I think I have that amp, Ted. That's the amp I bought from the music store. That's the amp I have. Yep, I do have that amp. That was the only amp up there they had that sounded decent. Now, I was told that one of the techs up there refurbished it, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And it was okay. And but what I did is I got a pedal board I run through the effects loop, and one of the pedals on that board for that amp, that same amp you're talking about, is I got a Boss EQ pedal, and it brings that amp to life. It's night and day. It's incredible the difference that and the EQ pedal can make in general. But yeah, I have that same amp, Ted. It's sitting right there. I think I got it for I think they wanted like $200 something for it. I went and bought it. It was the only amp they had up there that sounded decent. All the other amps were just clean and no distortion, no nothing. But for some reason, I always liked the way that sounded. Just, I don't know, I just had to have it. Oh, man. What was you going to say, Larry? I thought you was about to say something. I didn't even cut you off.
No, that's all right. No, go for it. It's all right. I forget.
Bumbleist, he chimes in. Let's see. Joe, if you could only pick 2 guitars and one way to amplify, what would they be? Oh, man. 2 guitars and 1 amp. Well, one way to amplify. So I don't know if he means, can that be an effects unit? Oh, man, one way to amplify. So I guess, would you say an amp? 2 favorite guitars and an amp. So that would be, I'd have to go with the Bumblewolf. That and the EVH Stripe series, and then I would go with the Katana 100-watt head, because there's so many different patches you can choose from. That would be it right there. Wow, I've never thought of it that way, but that would be it. Man, Dwight Bailey says he's warming up a Marshall 100-watt head right now.
Nice.
Wow, it's going to be loud, man. Better get you a Variac or something on there, man. Unless you live out in, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, where are you at? If you're on the East Coast, it's after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's it, Louie. Thank you, Louie. That's it. The Roland. That's what it was. The Roland Microcube. I couldn't think. I'm looking right at it, but I got a fan standing in front of it, so I couldn't. I can see the color, but my dumb ass, I tell you. Yeah, Louis Linguini says, Joe, don't you have a Roland Microcube GX? I picked one up recently at the Goodwill store for $50. Love that thing. Yeah, this, man, when I bought mine, it was like $275. But it's incredible for that, it's great for a little practice amp. It's incredible for that. You can use batteries or, plug it in to the outlet, one or the other. But yeah, I love mine. It's really cool to, like, if instead of cutting all this stuff on, I can just turn that little amp on and play. You can plug up the MP3 player to it, so you can jam along with some backing tracks. And, it's a time saver. Works really good in my situation. It really does. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Let's see. I'm sorry, what, Larry? What?
Just had a lot of chat tonight.
Yeah, thank y'all very much. That keeps the show going. Thank y'all so much for participating in the chat. We really do appreciate it. Let's see. Jerry W. says, which amp do you play the most these days, Joe and Larry? Well, for me, as far as playing through an amp, it would have to be the Yamaha THR-10X if I'm just jamming, messing around, because I can also plug in the MP3 player through that and play along with some backing tracks. That's my big thing. I like to play along with some songs and just to try to keep the chops up. And I don't know, that's just what I like to do, because hopefully one day, I don't know when, but maybe one day I could get back into a band again when I have time to do that. I'd love to be able to be in a band again someday, and then that way, if that day comes, I'll be primed to do it. I won't be lost. There's no worse feeling in the world than you get together with some musicians and they're like, we're going to play this and go, and you're like, I don't know that song, and you're looking around like you just feel so stupid. So, but anyway, for right now, it'd be the Yamaha THR-10X for me as far as an amp. What about you, Larry?
5150 Stealth is the go-to for me. That's what I play most. I have a Fender, I don't know, Deluxe Reverb or something back there, but 22 watt. Right. I like that, but that thing has a rattle in it right now, so it annoys.
Okay.
It annoys me, so I can't. I don't know. Yeah. I can't find the source of the noise.
Mr. Bruce, what is going on? How are you doing, man? Mr. Bruce. He just got a new Gibson SG for Christmas. His wife got it for him.
Oh, hey, Mr. Bruce. Congrats.
Yeah, he got a very, very, very nice Gibson SG. He sent me some pictures one day last week. I was like, wow.
Nice.
I think it's a 60s model. It's beautiful. I love the color. It is so nice. So nice. New Guitar Day is always just so cool, isn't it? I mean, man.
You play some Tony Iommi's a SG guy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Lefty, but
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. Gibson SG, yeah.
It's a beautiful SG, he says. Yes, it is, Mr. Bruce. It's wonderful. Like I said, I love that color, man. I don't think I've ever seen an SG that color. It's kind of like I know I'm gonna get this wrong, but it's like some kind of silver burst or something. I don't know. It's beautiful. Eric Clapton and Cream played an SG as well. That's right, he did. He sure did.
AC/DC, of course.
There it is. It's a Silver Mist. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Yeah, Silver Mist. That's the perfect description for that color. Yeah, oh yeah, AC/DC. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they kept it going with that for the longest time. I've never seen him play any different guitar than that SG. Wow.
Yeah. And now Mr. Bruce. So there's 4 people that played the SG.
4 people, yeah. That's right, man.
That's it. No, just kidding.
That's it. Nobody else.
No, I don't know that many people. I mean,
we have 800,000 SGs, and there's only 4 that play it, and they're on YouTube. Oh man, let's see if they want some sponsorship. Oh man,
we named off all the big ones we could think of.
Mr. Louis Linguini from Facebook, he goes, one of my faves, Frank Marino plays SGs.
There we go.
There you go.
They'll know. They'll know.
Yeah,
the chat knows.
The chat knows. Absolutely. Mr. Bruce says, yeah, I never saw that color before either. Yeah, it's like that Fender Player loaded body I just got. It was a color called Tide Pool, and it's a beautiful color. Ted Fair, he says, that's right. He says, Derek Trucks plays an SG. That's right.
Pulled a good name there.
Mm-hmm. Man, that dude, talk about a great slide player. That's something I could never do, was play a slide, man. I mean, I can try, but it sounds like bird crap. I just can't. I just never had that talent.
So now we're on our way to making a top 200 Gibson SG players.
There you go.
We have 6 so far.
That's right. 194 to go. Yeah. So
let's go. Come on, man. Chat.
When you went and saw the street performer the other day, was that in where you live, or did you go out of town? Were you in a different town when you saw that?
It was downtown.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in Greenville.
Oh, you in downtown Greenville? Okay.
Yeah, because they always have street performers up there.
Really?
Yeah, okay. They're always out there.
I did not know. See, that tells you how I don't go to downtown Greenville at all.
Yeah, this guy was in an area where they don't usually have them.
I mean, it wasn't like the Hood or something, was it? I mean,
no, it was right at the Falls Park, right on Main Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was right up. It was loud, real loud.
Wow.
I was shocked he didn't get shut down.
Mr. Michael Bishop in the chat. Hey, man. Thank you for being here, sir. So he was playing really loud, Larry?
It was loud.
He had his own PA and stuff?
Yeah. And he's just, he was playing like, Latin grooves, and I saw people down the street dancing. I was like, wow. And then that's broke.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then I went down there, I got some coffee, and I was walking around, and he started playing Tears in Heaven and singing it. I was like, oh, all right.
Was he a good singer?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He could sing, for sure.
That's something I wish I could do.
And I've seen other I've seen other people play, just no singing, they just play.
That'd be me. I'm just playing. I let the backing tracks do the singing, because I can't do that.
I saw another guy up there. I've been up there a lot recently. I'm trying to remember now. He was playing and singing something that I liked. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the song because I just was walking by at that.
Yeah.
I didn't stop and listen, but yeah, they're always out there. There's guys up there with saxophones and.
Dang, man, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. That's Greenville's pretty booming town, man, or city, I should say.
It's growing like insanely. It's just it's massive.
Yes, it is.
I mean, there's so many there's so many apartments with the stores underneath now.
Right.
You know, you got
ain't that so cool though? I love looking at that.
You got like 5-6 floors of condos and stuff, and then the downstairs is all shops.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine what the rent is down there. Golly.
They're throwing them up like
they are.
You could go up a week
like it's nothing.
You go up a week later, 2 weeks later, and you're like,
they're done.
There's 400,000. There's 400 more apartments. What happened?
Yeah, where did this come from? And you know what? They'll fill up like that. There's families moving in there like, I was like, where all these people come from?
It's exploding, and the HOAs, they come up. You know, they just filling out. You know.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
And they go up fast.
They do, man.
They go up quick.
Jerry W. chimes in, man. He says, let's see here. Joe, the reason I bought my first EVH this week is because watching your channel and Johnny Beans, I got an EVH special in Sangria. Well, congratulations, man.
Nice.
And thank you for those kind words, Jerry. That's very nice, man. Thank you.
Sounds like a cool color.
It does.
I gotta look.
That's awesome.
Kind of look. I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah, look it up there if you want to, sir. Epiphonium says, and if you want to go old school, talking about the SGs, Rosetta Thorpe played one also. Yeah, that's correct.
193 more to go.
Yeah. Jerry W says his EVH Wolfgang Special rocks. Yeah, those are great guitars, man. I mean, they're wonderful, man. I can't say enough about them. I mean, really. I mean, come on.
So it's like a trans red. Sangria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice. Darker red. It's nice.
Nice. Okay. Yes. Ted says congratulations to Jerry. That is a beautiful guitar. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, and another thing too, Jerry, down the road, if you ever decide to get another EVH guitar, try your luck at a Wolfgang Standard. Those are I got a few of those. They're really good, man. I was shocked at the quality for the money. I don't know what they go for now. I know back then you could get one for, I don't know, $600. Might be a little bit more than that now. But I don't know. I haven't priced any EVH Wolfgang specials or standards lately.
This one's
I got a handful of them, and I'm happy with what I got. And I got some PV Wolfgang specials that I'm hanging on to. Do what, Larry?
The Sangria one. It's not a special. It's I don't know what it is. Yeah, it is a special.
It should be a special. Okay.
EVH Wolfgang Special Quilted Maple Sangria.
Can you share the screen? I'd like to see it if you don't mind. I want to see if it's what I'm thinking. If it's like a candy apple red, and the reason I'm saying that is because of Mr. Bruce. I don't know if he's still here, but if it's the same one I'm thinking, he has that same color, and it's gorgeous. Let's
see if I can remember how to do this. It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Share
Need some help in here.
Need some help.
Need some help, man.
Is it in Chrome? Where do I have it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, they want it in Chrome? Come on, man.
Well, if it's too much trouble, don't worry about it.
No, it's easy. It's easy. I'm just new window. Piece of cake. Oh, wait.
I'm curious what those look like, man. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Add to the stage. All right. There you go, my friend. You take it away.
Which one is it looking at? This one, right?
Oh, man. Look at that, dude. Nah, that's different. Yeah, that's different than what I thought. Man, look at that. Oh,
it's nice, right?
God. Yeah, that is gorgeous, man. Oh, dude, man, I shouldn't have looked at that.
Oh no,
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. And that is beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I like it.
Man, that's pretty. Yeah, they're coming out. I'm telling you, man, they're coming out with some really nice tops on these specials.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't care for that they've been doing is the Frankie. They have them like in a solid white or a solid black, and it's just I'm not crazy about that. I think that looks kind of weird.
I think I would have made
right there,
same choice.
But that right there, whoo.
Yeah, I would have gone with
that's beautiful.
I think I would have went with the same color. I mean, I like the sangria.
That's nice right there, and that looks good too. But wait a minute, go to the purple one. Let me see the purple. Oh my God, look at that purple. Oh my God, dude, I'm split between the sangria and the purple. Oh man,
and I mean the purple has gold, which is cool.
Oh, the gold hardware makes it pop, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, come on, man, that gold hardware does it with the purple.
The what is it? Solar Burst has the cream and black pickup combination, which is cool.
Oh man,
they're all kind of different. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, they're really putting some nice colors out now.
Yeah.
Mr. Bruce says he has the candy apple red metallic Wolfgang special. Yes, okay. R2 says he's back. He goes, I'm back. I hate driving in the snow. I can understand that, my friend.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Larry says he doesn't miss that.
Nope. Keep it.
That is a gorgeous color, man. I love that.
This is the thing I've been kind of looking at. It's not fully what I want.
That right there?
I don't like now I'm looking at it. I don't like the
way those pickups are slanted.
I don't like the circles. This is kind of
what is that, Larry? What brand is that? What is that?
It's a Schecter MB6.
Schecter, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. I'm looking for a I don't know. I'm looking for a hybrid Strat / metal guitar that has a humbucker and a single coil.
Oh, okay.
See where you can get the Strat kind of neck tones and then get it beefy for 80s metal. You know what I mean? I want it in one.
Yeah. Is that the one you're going to get?
No, but this was like one of the closer things that I've seen.
Oh, okay.
And like this sounds kind of cool. This is Jake E. Lee-ish, I would say, right, with these pickups like that.
Yeah. I understand why they're angled to get more out of the pickups. I understand why they're angled.
You can get the they make the Nick Johnson? But I don't know.
I don't know. Pull it up and see what you're looking for.
I think it's Nick.
We might see a live purchase here, folks.
No. Yeah, maybe.
Either that or get another SG, and we'll have to put your name on the SG list. I only have 192 to go. Larry's like, huh?
Yeah.
What are you looking at there? Some Fenders?
No, these are Schecter.
You're still in the Schecters. Okay.
Nick Johnson.
These are the name.
These are the Nick Johnson models. Johnston.
Okay.
But they're not what I want.
Okay.
I don't like these fret markers now.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that.
Nah, I like the truss rod thing, and kind of Charvel does it that way too.
Yeah, Charvel. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm more of a if I have a choice, I'm more of a maple neck kind of guy. I'm not crazy about the dark necks, but it's no big deal. But I just like the maple necks better.
I could go either way.
Yeah,
with them, like the necks, I like both.
Yeah,
maple to me is a little more bright. Usually,
to me it just looks cooler. I love the way it looks.
They don't make any. They don't have any maples on here. No, they're all.
Wow. Let me hit a few of these comments while you're looking at that, Mr. Larry. Jerry W says sangria is like a red with quilted black running through it. Yes, sir. We We saw that's beautiful, beautiful. He says he right here he bought it from Sweetwater. There you go. Very nice, very nice. R2R3 Lockinet says, yeah, the purple Wolfgang Special is badass. You're not kidding. That's and Epiphonium, he agrees. He's on board with us. Red or purple? Yeah, that's to me. That's going to be a.
They got a demo.
That purple. Uh-oh. Don't tell me that. Oh, no.
Save $130.
Oh, my God. Oh, man, look at that. Come on, dude. That's awesome.
Where do they demo them? Do they have a store?
If you're on Sweetwater, I don't know. What side are you on?
Sweetwater.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have a store. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you're getting all that stuff from. The big old store and the warehouse, all kind of one thing there.
Got you.
I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
One day and just check it out. Jerry W. He says they have a gorgeous chlorine with white humbuckers. Yeah, we saw that, man. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful. And there it is. Larry's got it pulled up that quick. That's why he's the tech guy, and he makes the big bucks.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah.
I like that.
I do like it, but I still, man, that sangria and that's it. Purple for me. That's it.
The gold sets that off.
Yes, man. Come on. If that sangria had gold hardware, I might be going for that. But that purple with that gold,
yeah, that's my Kramer has gold, is red and gold. Candy apple red with gold.
Yeah,
the gold works with the red.
It does. Yeah,
it's nice. Yeah, purple and gold.
Purple and gold. Jerry W. also says, my new EVH Special has a baked maple neck. Yeah, they all have that nowadays. That's another great upgrade that EVH did on their necks. They're all baked maple. Even on the standards, they do that. I mean, that's incredible.
That's something I don't have. I don't have any baked necks yet.
Yeah. Do you know why they do that, Larry? I'll tell you. And the reason I'm asking is I heard it from Philip McKnight's channel, and I didn't know the answer until I heard him say. But I'll see if you know why they do that.
I mean, my guess would be to get the moisture out of it, keep it.
Well, that, and plus it helps it prevents it from warping.
Right.
That's what I heard Philip McKnight say.
That's what I think. Yeah.
And yeah. So which is great.
But
R2R3 Locking that says, let's do a field trip to Sweetwater and then go to Bruce's house for beer and barbecue. Yeah, I'm down with that, man.
Done.
That's right. Bruce, when can we come up there this weekend?
Well, aren't they isn't Sweetwater in Indiana?
Yeah, that's a Sweetwater, and Bruce is up in Ohio, so that's kind of a slingshot kind of deal there.
We got to wait for summer.
Yeah, we have to wait till summer.
I'm not going up there in the cold.
I don't want to be nothing that cold either. Mr. Bruce says, I bought red titanium hardware for my Candy Apple Red and red springs and a red D-tuna as well. Man, getting all kind of upgrades on that pretty thing.
Jeez.
That's awesome.
Red titanium.
Yeah. Getting them titanium replacement parts for that Floyd, man.
I stopped
difference.
I stopped doing my string change.
Oh, okay.
I put 2 on, and then I forgot that I have the inserts for the Floyd, the platinum. His titanium just reminded me of why I stopped. I bought the platinum inserts. I just forgot where they are.
Oh no!
So I put 2 strings in already, and
no!
And I was like,
Which guitar was it?
This is my.
Oh, okay.
LTD.
The LTD, yeah.
And I love this thing, and I want to get it going again.
Yeah.
And but
you don't know what you do with your saddle inserts?
Yeah, I was getting on the 3rd string there, and I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, I bought inserts for this. But now I'm like, where are they? I can't go run. can't go running around looking for him.
Yeah. I got you.
While we're on here, which is fine. That's okay. I'm just mad I put 2 strings in already. I'm like,
Well, the good thing is you can just loosen them long bolts back out. And,
yeah. But I can't wait to get that going. The strings kept slipping out, you know?
Yeah.
I've solved that issue on these guitars. So same thing with my Schecter. Right?
Yeah.
The strings would pop out. The thing wouldn't even be playing it. It'd just be sitting near here. Ding.
Ding. Yep.
I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So frustrating when stuff doesn't work.
You telling me, man. I've been having my share of that the past couple of days, trying to get stuff upgraded and fixed and wired up. Michael Bishop says Sweetwater is about 145 miles from his house. Whew. Man.
You could move and be closer.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be in trouble if it was 145 miles from my house.
Man. I've never been to their place, Sweetwater. I've never been there. One of these days, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you drive a rig for a living, one of the things that you really don't want to really do is a lot of field trips, so to speak. Taking a road trip, brother. It's like, man,
we got NAMM coming, right?
I would think. And I've never been to one of those either. I just, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I think a lot of people go there just so they can say they went. That have a YouTube channel. Well, we're going to NAMM.
Well, now anyone can go. It used to just be dealers, right?
Oh yeah, you can. You have to. You have to have one of those lanyards with a pass or something. I don't know. You have to know somebody that. It's all connected somehow. I don't know. You can't just show up without something like that.
There it is.
Let's see here. What do we got? The NAMM show. The party begins here.
January 25th to 28th. Yep. So it's coming.
Yeah, they can. I just got over being sick, so that's something I don't want to be around no big crowd of people.
They all come back sick, right? You know,
every time do, man. Most of them do. They come back and they're sick, and they
call it Namthrax.
Yes.
Always sick. They always come back sick.
I'm like, there's no way, man.
There's so much stuff going around right now.
Yes, there is. Best thing to do is
not go.
Stay your butt at home, man. And
just,
try to keep your hands clean, and man,
it's the wrong time of year to be in a crowd.
Yeah, it's telling me, man. Golly. Jerry chimes in. He says, Joe, the reason I got a Wolfgang Special instead of a Wolfgang Standard is because the Special comes with the D-tuner. Oh, okay. I understand. And that's something I never even used was the D-tuner. I mean, that's not true. I've used it, but it's just, I don't know. I never cared about dropping my tuning down. So I don't even use the D-tuning at all. So the standards were fine with me too because it didn't have a D-tuner. But I understand, man. I understand. You have your reasons, and that's what you wanted to do, man. I hear you. Mr. Metalhead Hippie in the chat. Man, how you doing, Hippie? How are you doing, sir?
Go ahead, Hippie. What's up?
Nice to see you, my friend.
I don't know.
Thank you for stopping by.
I think I'm ready for some NAMM stuff. See some NAMM stuff, some new stuff.
Oh, I don't mind seeing it on YouTube, but
I'm ready.
Go there.
No, I don't want to go. Yeah, I would go. I guess I would go if I could. If I could fit it in.
Yeah, I'll just wait. There'll be so many people putting that stuff on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Here's this and this and this. I just let them do all the legwork, and I just watch it on my phone.
Some of the big guys don't even go anymore, right?
I don't know, to tell you the truth, man. I couldn't tell you. I haven't. A lot of those channels, man, I haven't watched in a long time. I got burnt out on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at the stuff I watch on YouTube. It's not even guitar related, man. It's
same
just
here.
Different kind of vlogs where people traveling and going here and there, and it's not even nothing to do with guitars.
Yeah, same. I
mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes
holes.
I'll watch a channel here and there just for fun, but the days of me watching that guitar stuff all the time, man, I burnt myself out on that big time. I don't know. I just got burnt out on it. So
it comes and goes with me.
Same here.
On the guitar stuff, like sometimes it'll be, get burned out on it, and then whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get back to it when I get back to it.
Yeah, it'll always be there.
There's so many of them.
Oh, yeah, there are. Yeah.
So many now.
There used to be certain channels I'd watch religiously, man. And I don't know. It just, things change, and it's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to do it too.
I just try to do stuff on here from time to time when I can, and that's about all I can do. I can't do no more than the little bit I'm doing now. Is hard enough to maintain that. Can you imagine doing YouTube full time though? I mean, just constantly having to come out with material a couple of times a week, or however many times you put content out, 2-3 times a week, or every day for some people.
And you
drive yourself mad, man.
You kind of have to. Like, I find that if I start watching a certain subject and then I start to like somebody, right?
Yeah.
I could sit there and watch their stuff for 2 weeks, video after video after video. I'll watch all of it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Binge watch it, yeah.
I'll binge watch all of it for a week, So you got to have the episodes there. You got to have that where you become forgotten. You know what I mean?
You're not kidding. Your channel will start losing momentum very quick.
But then you're going to get the time watched, the views.
Oh yeah.
If you've been consistent. I mean, I'll go back and watch people's old stuff too. When they.
I'm shocked that I get a small handful of comments, not all the time, just maybe a couple of times a week, of a video I did like 3 years ago, and somebody comments on it, and it's so funny because when they comment, they think that I just did that video like yesterday, and they're like,
"I know.
Hey, did you know that blah blah blah? Now you can do this, and you don't have to do that no more. And the way you did that was wrong." And I was like, "Oh my God, dude!" I was like, "Yeah, I'm aware of that, man. That video was 3 years ago. I don't do that no more. I figured out how to improve on whatever it is I was talking about at the time."
It's like, do you know that every YouTube video has a date when it was published right there? All of them? This is 15 years ago?
It's so funny. And
I get
some
that.
videos I did. I did this video. I did part 1, 2, and 3 of the Guitar Ace. It was like a knockoff of the Rockman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got it from Amazon. Now, I used to have an original Rockman years ago, the X100, when I was a teenager. And, a lot of people had those things that are my age. And so I got this Guitar Ace from Amazon, and I put it in the title, is the Guitar Ace the same as the original Rockman? Is it going to sound the same? And this is a cool product and all that. And you'd be surprised at the people that jump on there and they say, "Are you crazy? Do you not know how much crap that sounds like? That Guitar Ace ain't nothing like." Well, dude, I know that, but they still clicked on the video, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because the way you put the words in there, this is the same as the Rockman? Is this the same quality? Well, of course not. It's not the same quality at all. But what I did is I juiced it up a little bit, added some little effects to it to try to get it in the ballpark as the Rockman. It's not on the same level as the Rockman, but I got it in that ballpark. And the people that comment, "That sounds nothing like the original Rockman. I don't know what you're thinking. You're wasting everybody's time." I'm like, my God, dude. It's a video. Calm down. So I still get comments from stuff like that were from years ago, and it's so weird. Clickbait. Yeah, that's right, R2. I did do that on that
clickbaited
3-part video series. I did because number one, I want to see if it worked and if people would watch the videos and but yeah, they did, and they commented like crazy. And there were some people that was like, "Hey, man," one guy commented a few weeks ago, "Can I still get these off Amazon? I'm thinking about getting one. I'm just now starting to learn how to play guitar." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, that's great, man. If you're just starting to play, yeah, get something like that. It costs you $60, and you put some headphones on or whatever, and it's perfect if you're just starting out, because you're not going to know any better anyway, because you don't have any experience." So yeah. Oh man, but it's it's funny how some videos get comments from back then, and then stuff I do now, it don't get nothing. It's like it don't get anything. I'm like, wow, okay, I spent all this time on a video and I got 2 comments. But it is what it is, man. It's okay. You just got to take the good with the bad.
Every once in a while, I still get a bad one pop in. They're like, "Man, your sound is garbage in there," and they're like,
"Oh my God."
Yeah, like they don't say it like that. I'm making it more than.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, "I can't hear you in this video," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry."
Yeah, sorry.
It was 10 years ago.
I mean, come on. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's so long ago. Things change, but people are in the moment when they see a video. They think you just did that video, and I'm like, dude, look at the date and the year on that before you go off the deep end. Jerry W says, "I watch a lot of guitar channels, and I've seen some jaw-dropping players, but I haven't seen anyone better than Joe Van Halen." No, dude, no. I appreciate the kind words, but I'm not in that league, man. That's very kind of you to say, Jerry, but nah, man.
I used to like the original Anderton stuff.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Yeah. That's the thing with me, man. Certain channels like that and some other channels I used to watch, because I remember that was like, I don't know, man, 7 years ago when I had my first back surgery and I was recovering, and I was out of work for like 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, and I first seen the Anderton's videos in that time frame, and I was like, who the hell are these guys? I didn't know who they were, but those videos then, they were fun. The content was cool. Yeah, and then as they went on, it started to change, and I understand to a degree. I mean, it has to. I mean, the video momentum has to change somehow. You can't just do the same thing all the time or it'll go dead. And so it has to change. They have to do something to try to keep upping themselves every time. That's the hard part.
Well, and that's the thing. They kept... Now it's studio quality that they have, right? They have a sound guy sitting there.
Yeah.
I like their stuff now, but now it's not the same as what... Back then it was like a show. It's like a TV, almost like a TV show.
Exactly.
It was. They had an idea, like, let's go into the guitar store. Let's both spend $1,000 and put a rig together.
Yes. Yeah. That was always cool. How to play like so and so on a budget or something. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they were just. I don't know what it is. I could go back. Like even today, I could go back and watch those old episodes of those and still enjoy them. They're not the same as they are now. Not that I like the ones they do now. I like what's his name, Pete Honore. What's his name? He's really good. They play great.
Oh yeah, he's an incredible player. Yeah.
And I like their channel, but just those old ones were like, they're great.
Yeah,
that was a good. It was really entertaining back then, and
it was
and then Chapman split off, and
everything kind of changed, and
they got big because the videos were entertaining, and they got big, and
they got big, and they started doing the
guitar company,
the NAM stuff,
NAM
company, and they really grew, and I think it was you and I talking a month or so ago talking about what's the name, Rob, whatever, Chapman, and he still has a huge channel. I didn't know that his channel was that big. I've been away from that for so long.
Well,
but
the original,
I said, wow, man, he still has a big subscriber base, really huge.
All the original Anderton stuff was on Rob's channel.
Yeah, that's right. It was, wasn't it?
So I mean, even I don't have nothing like that, but on my channel, I have a lot of subscribers still, but I don't make any content. And nobody's watching. You know what I mean? Who's watching, right? Maybe nobody's. Yeah. So Rob probably built up 1 million subscribers back when he was doing the Andertons videos, but he doesn't put out that much stuff now.
Yeah,
there's probably not that many people watching.
I don't know. I haven't watched anybody on that caliber in so long. I couldn't tell you.
He's probably
drifted away from all that stuff.
Well, he has that old Andertons content, which is still good, you know. But they're not getting he's not getting the views that he used to. Probably Andertons gets them now.
I guess, yeah.
Have
you ever ordered anything from Andertons?
Nah, just because they're in the UK.
I never have either. I never understood why people would bend over back. Oh, get it from Andertons. I'm like, dude, get it from Sweetwater. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ship it over there. Why? I'm not. Yeah, why? I guess there was a point where you could go to that other store. I mean, if you wanted to get into that Harley Benton range.
Oh yeah.
What's that other big guitar store over here?
Toman or whatever.
Toman's. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had amps over there and Harley Bentons, and you couldn't get that stuff here. I guess you could. So.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you make a case there to order from them. But
I think a lot of that was blown out of proportion, though. It was just, I was like, oh my gosh, man.
I'm gonna order from the U.S.
That's me.
There's so many places to get from here. It's not even funny.
There's a lot of little mom and pops places you could support.
You could do that. Flip side,
yeah.
And he's getting, you know, he's got good service, you know. American Musical, Sweetwater, Guitar Center. I mean, there's so many places.
Yeah,
we got everything.
Absolutely, man.
If you want to get an Edwards guitar, you go to eBay or something. Somebody who already imported it.
Right. Yeah.
Buy it used. In case you wanted to say it. In case you wanted to say it Edwards instead of LTD.
Yeah.
Same company.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man!
I don't know.
Lord of mercy, man.
What else we got?
Man,
Tomans. Yep, that's in the chat.
Yeah.
Reverb R2 buying from Reverb. Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
yeah, R2. Yeah. There you go. See, he got him a. R2 says, I bought an EVH Bumblebee from a mom and pop store on Reverb. There you go, man. Congrats on that, R2. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Reverb. I'm a big supporter of Reverb, man. They get a lot of my money. Them in Sweetwater.
I watched a little, just this week, I started dabbling in the guitar channels again. I watched a little Tone King. Live, you know, he was just happened to be on, and I watched a couple minutes of Tone King for a minute.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I don't. Yeah, so maybe maybe it's beginning again for me.
Yeah, yeah. Come back around.
Yeah.
Ted Fair says, as far as YouTube channels go, the appeal to me has always been our people who are sincere and give their honest opinion, like Philip McKnight. I do enjoy Philip McKnight's channel. I do.
Yeah, it's a good channel.
And, because he does come across very sincere, and it's not like he's not blowing smoke.
Well, he buys his stuff.
He does. He buys the stuff, and he'll tell you if it's, you know, if he reviews something, he'll tell you if it's good or bad, you know. And I've learned a few things from watching him, to be honest. You know, and
he knows a lot.
He knows his gear, I guess. Yeah, he knows his stuff, man.
Now him and TK make the Badlands guitars.
Yeah. Personally, I think those guitars are way overpriced.
They're probably
that's just my opinion, you know.
They're probably good quality. I would.
Yeah, but my God, man, Jesus.
And they're probably, you know, being a little guy, they're not going to get the good prices. Yeah,
I mean, you know, takes money to make money. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I think what it is. Doesn't it feel? Is Philip making the pickups in them? He has like
I do not know.
I think he started making pickups. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he makes pickups. I know that. Yeah, but if he makes them for all the guitars, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't been in the YouTube rabbit hole of guitar channels.
Yeah, like I said,
for a while.
I've drifted away from that.
I'm out. Don't know what's going on.
Out of the loop. Yeah, out of the loop. Out of the loop. Well, Larry, we are hitting the 2-hour mark. Can you believe that already? We just hit it. 2 hours. Man, that's amazing.
I know. It's crazy. I don't know where it went.
That's crazy. I don't know where the time goes, but I guess we're going to wrap it up. I don't want to be on here too long and and bore people to death, but I want to thank everybody for hopping on for the show. Thank you very much for this, the first show of this new year, Talking Guitars and More of 2024. I'd like to thank Andrew Knox for taking the time to be here, and of course, Mr. Larry Riker for being here to give his time here. Thank you so much, everybody that participated in the chat and took the time to say hello. If you like what you see here on this channel, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. We want to see you again, all right? We might not put content out every day, but we try to do what we can because we're working guys over here, so we got to make a living. So thank you, everybody. God bless. Be safe. Keep rocking and rolling. Keep playing music. Buying that gear. Have a great day.
Good night, all.
See you later. Bye-bye.
She came in